So today is 1/19/23. iPads should not be on. You'll use them in a second. I'm going to teach you what is called percent change. Okay, percent change. Now, the math that's involved in this problem is completely different than what we've been doing for the last month. Completely different. So, you're going to still use a calculator, but what we need to do is different. All right. Now, I'm going to actually start you with the word problem. Let's see. On Sunday, a laptop cost $500. Today, it is on sale for $350. What percent change is this? Question mark. Okay, percent change. On Sunday, a laptop costs $350. Today, it costs $350. What percent change is this? Totally different question, right? Yes, 10%. Okay. So, I'm giving you two monies. I'm giving you the 500 and the 350. So you're not solving for what's the new price. You already know what the new price is. What's the new price? 350, right? So you're not solving for a new price. That's the first thing I teach you back in December was, well, what's the new price? I'm asking you for the percent. So all of our answers are going to be percent. Okay? And this is how you do it. This is the formula. You're going to take the new price and you're going to subtract the old price, and then you're going to divide it by your old price. Okay? So it's a 2 steps. First you subtract and then you divide. You're going to take your new price and you're going to subtract your old price, and then you're going to divide by your old price. Okay? So we're not multiplying in this one. And we're not adding. We're subtracting first, and then we're dividing. Completely different. Okay? It's pretty easy, though. Pretty easy. Okay. I'm going to use my English teacher skills right now. Put on your English. Pretend like you're in English class. Let's read the problem. On Sunday, a laptop costs $500. Today, it is on sale for $350. Okay. So using your English skills, which is your new price? Which is now, not back in the past. New. Which number is your new price? $350. So I'm going to circle this, and I'm going to put new in here. That's your new price. Why is it new price? Because it says today. New price. Today. What's our old price? $500. So on Sunday, that already happened. This is our old price. So let's circle it and write old. The hardest part of this problem is trying to figure out, okay, what's new and what's old. Because if you don't plug in the numbers correctly, everything is wrong. Okay, so let's plug them in. What's my new price? $350. So I'm going to write $350 for my new price minus, what's my old price? $500 divided by what number? 500. Why 500? Because I'm looking for my old price. So we're going to use these two numbers twice.
Does it show us that if you have extra math homework from yesterday?
Yes. Yesterday was Wednesday. Wait. Yesterday was
Wednesday.
Today's Thursday. Yeah. So somebody put them in the wrong box, kids. look just like you. I thought she was your sister. I'm like, totally does not look like her. All right, let's go back to this. Okay. Calculator, do this part first. Calculator, do this part first. Remember, you want to try using the calculator. You want to use the calculator, so you go through the motions, not just waiting for us to use our calculator. Okay, what'd you guys get? Negative 150? Okay. Divided by 500. Okay. That negative, you can kind of ignore it. That negative just means that the price went down. Okay? So if you have a negative answer, that just means that the price went down. Okay? Technically, we take the absolute value of it, but, you know, for once in your life, you can just ignore the negative. Okay? So, we have 150 divided by 500. All right, calculators. What number, so clear it. Clear. What number do I type in first? I have this division problem.
150.
150. Now what?
500.
Divided by, so type it in, 150. Click on the divide. By what? 500. Type it in. Type it in. Okay, moving on. Type it in. Hey, we're moving on. We're 7th graders. We move on. Equals. Whoa, what did I do wrong? 0.3. Did you get that on the calculator? Do it. Okay, so you get 0.3. What was the question that I wanted you to answer?
What's the percentage change?
What is a percent change? Is this a percent?
No.
No. This is a what? A decimal. So this is a decimal, but I want a percent. So what do I have to do to this decimal to turn into a percent?
Deep.
Deep. Write that down nice and big. Deep. Okay. Now, it's underneath the D because it's a decimal, right? So, how many times do I move it?
Twice.
Twice. Which way? To the front or to the back?
To the back.
To the back because I want the P, right? And the P's in the back. So, 1, 2. What do I add right there? A 0. So, what is my percent equal to? 30%. So the calculator is going to give you this answer. The decimal, you have to move the decimal how many times? 2 to make it into a percent. Okay? If you type it in as 0.3, you will get it wrong. Okay? All right. Let's try another one. It's honestly not hard. It just looks like it's hard and you're like, what? We just did one problem. All right. I have an answer.
So in the test, do we have to write the percentage too?
If I don't think Canvas allows you to insert the percent sign, but your answer would have to be 30. If you type in 0.3 or 3, it would be wrong, right? If you're gonna type in the answer to this question, you would type in 30, and we would know it's 30%. Good question. Okay, a pair of Jordans were on sale for $250. What does the word were mean? Is that present, past, future? Past, right? That's in the old. Okay. Now they cost $300. What percent change is this? Okay. So Jordans were $250. Now they're $300. Okay. Now, do you remember the formula I taught you at the beginning? What number comes first? New or the old? New. What goes at the bottom? New or old?
Old.
Old. Okay. Here's how I remember it. You have to spell the word no. No. N-O. What does the N stand for?
New.
New. What does the old stand for? Old. So you have to spell no. That's to remember the order. Spell no. And then at the bottom, you're going to use another O because you have to spell no. Look. No. And then
Oh.
no. 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 Okay? Because kids forget. What number goes at the bottom? Is it the new or the old? Oh, I can't remember. Spell no. Okay. What number in our word problem represents the new price?
202. Yeah, 200. Oh, wait, old? 250. Oh, new. 200. 300.
Now, right? So that's right now. That's our new.
300.
So 300 is your new. You're going to use your English skills. Old. What does the were mean? Were means past tense. Were. So this means old. So you're going to have to slow it down and figure out which is my new price, what's my old price. Okay. So what number gets plugged in first? What do I write down first? 300 minus 250 divided by 250. Very good. So first thing is always showing your work, plugging in your numbers correctly. Okay? Did you type this? Did you write this down? All right? Okay. Now, what do I do first in my calculator? Do I divide or subtract? All right, so let's plug in this in our calculator, and everybody does it. 300 minus 250. Do it on your calculator, or if you can do it in your head, do it in your head. That one's pretty easy. What's 300 minus 250? 50. That's okay. Brandon, it's good. I appreciate you trying and you doing it. Even if you make a mistake, at least you're trying and you're like, oh, gotta go slow on typing it in. Divided by 250. All right. You see how we got a positive number? Mm-hmm. That means that the price went up. That's all that means. All right, type it into the calculator. 50 divided by, type it in, 250. You have to go through the motions. You have to type them in. Take 50 divided by 250. What do we get? 0.2. Write that down. Is that the answer I'm going to type into my canvas? No. Deep. How many times do you move the decimal? Twice. What do I fill in any empty space with? 0. 1, 2. Empty space, Sophia, control it. And what do we get? 20%. Make sure you use the percent sign. When you're doing it on paper, Sophia, I want to see the percent sign. If you type it into Canvas, you would type in 20, right? Because it doesn't like you to use percent sign. Don't ask me why. Are we okay? It's pretty easy. Yeah. Let's say I went to McDonald's when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I used to buy an Egg McMuffin. Let's say in 1999, an Egg McMuffin cost $4. Those are the best.
1999? That's a lot of money.
Yes. Your teacher was a kid. Actually, in 1999, I was a freshman in high school. So a little bit older than you guys.
Oh my God.
In 2023, let's say the Egg McMuffin now costs $10. Prices went up. Okay. So I got rid of a lot of the word problems, right? So you see how you have two monies? So I'm going to ask you to find me the percent. So, no. Okay. Plug in your numbers. Which number represents the new price of the Egg McMuffin? Which number represents the old price of the Egg McMuffin? Plug them in. Which number do I write in the N? Which number do I write in the O? Which number do I write at the bottom? Should you be able to do this right now on your own and give me a final answer? Yes, you should be able to go all the way now. Plug them in. Use a calculator. What's the decimal? Move it twice. You should be able, at this point, all right. What number do I write first?
10 minus 10.
10 minus 4 divided by 4. If you write 10, you get the whole thing wrong, right? 10 minus 4? 6 over 4 is equal to what decimal? 1.5. Okay, how many times do you move it? Twice. 1, 2. With the word deep. So what percent is this? 150%. I'll let you know a little secret. If the top number, when you subtract, after you subtract, if the top number is bigger than the bottom, if the top is bigger than the bottom, your answer is going to be above 100%. Okay? If the top number is bigger than the bottom number, you're going to be above 100%. Okay? Are we ready? I don't think we are. There's one thing I wanted to tell you. Does anybody know what a repeating decimal is? What is it? Okay, so if we have 0.33333 ... This is called a repeating decimal. So how would I write the percent? How many times do I move it? 1, 2, right? So what percent would this be? 33.3%. Does anybody know how to write, how to tell you guys that it repeats what I add to the number? Yes. It's just a line. It's a line. So this line right there on top of the 3 tells me that the 3 repeats forever. Forever. What if my answer was 0.27? Look at how I'm writing this down, Arthur, and no need to stare at that iPad. 0.27. The reason I'm going over this is because these are going to be your answers on the worksheet. You're going to have some repeating decimals. So, okay, how many times do I move it? So what's my percent? Point. Yes, percent. What numbers repeat? 27. So I'm going to put a line on top of the 27. The decimal 27, because that's the number that repeats. Now what if my number is, you're writing this down, 7555555. ... What number repeats? The 5. Does the 7 repeat? No. So I'm going to move the decimal 2 times. It would be 75.5 bar on top of the 5%. Does this look hard? Maybe. Is it hard? No. You're just moving it twice. This line on the top means that this number repeats forever. Forever. Ooh, fun times. Okay, I would leave your notes opened up to this part, the new minus old, so because you're going to use it like a million times right now. You're going to use